So, how can the economy grow on paper while we feel worse off? Here's a simple example. Imagine a coffee shop in your neighborhood. In tough times, you might skip your morning latte to save money. And if a lot of people cut back, normally that coffee shop sales would drop. But say a bunch of new neighbors move into the area, a huge high rise building gets built. Even if the original customers are coming in less, these new folks buy enough coffee that the cafe's total sales are improved. From the cafe's perspective, the economy, let's call it, looks fine, but per customer, business is down. The average person is buying less. And that's exactly Canada's story. We've had strong population growth, new customers, and it's been masking the fact that we're individually spending less and feeling squeezed. And it's easy for a country to have consistent economic growth overall, but negative per person growth if its population is rising faster than its GDP. And that's what we've got. We've got a positive GDP number, or we had one until last, but GDP per capita was falling because the population jump is outpacing the economy. And now we've got both GDP and population growth falling, but GDP per capita is still falling. So now you've really got what I would call double trouble, which is where the total economy is going to be suffering. Individuals are still suffering. And this is going to put a lot of pressure on policymakers, on the government. People are really unhappy about this. Canada is in very dire straits economically, and there are clear political and social consequences as a result of this. I mean, I haven't personally talked to anyone who feels like their economic life is better this year than it was before the pandemic. And there's data to back this up. Canada's population grew about 3% in the last year, one of the fastest paces ever. Those new people add to the total GDP by working, spending, etc., which keeps the headlines looking decent. But without that surge of people, we'd likely already be in a full-blown recession. We probably would have been a long time ago. The Bank of Canada's economists and others have noted that if not for the population boom, economic output would be drawn down and we'd undoubtedly be in a recession territory. In other words, immigration has been the lifesaver for the total economy, even if it hasn't helped your wallet lately. And it hasn't, based on the data. It's been more of a net drain on a per capita basis. Now, here's the worrying part. That population boosts, our secret sauce keeping GDP barely in the positive, might not keep up.